So Michael Knowles exposes this professor point blank to her face live on stage. She accuses him that his speech is violence.
I'm faculty here. I also support our protester in the back.
There's a student in the back with a sign claiming hate speech equals violence. First, we don't know what hate speech is. That cannot be legally defined.
Yes, because of the reasons
you think that speech is violence?
No, I think that
that's what that sign says.
The conversation that you're having is oppressive.
So there's the claim. The conversation you're having is oppressive.
So I am oppressing people by what I'm doing. So I am exerting violence on people by my speech. That's what the sign says, and that's what you just said.
It contributes to.
And the protester is saying that's exactly what I'm doing, and she's saying that's exactly what her sign means. So that means that you, a faculty member at an American public university, paid for by taxpayer dollars, are conflating speech with violence.
Yes.
This is a real problem because this is what drives people to enact violence, because they believe that they are genuinely, legitimately contending with violence. And that's what leads to acts like what we saw with Charlie Kirk.
Speech can be violent. What you are saying contributes to systemic racism in this country. It means that my students of color are pulled over and accused of stealing a car when they did not.
Perhaps you did have a student that was unfairly pulled over or accused of something. There's no direct correlation between an event like that and what Michael Knowles is saying now.
I'm not pulling anybody over for stealing
I'm
any cars. I see many people of many different races in this room. They all seem to be doing just fine. I don't think any of them have felt violence because they listened to a lecture on basic facts about our immigration system.
Someone in the back shouts out a question here. It's silly to even propose that he would need to ask the audience, have I committed violence with speech? Because you can't commit violence with speech like this.
The question was, have I asked people in this room if they've felt as though some violence has been committed on them? No, I haven't asked, because no violence has been committed on you.
You can't just decide what violence is subjectively. It is an objective line that the law can identify whether or not it has been crossed. When you are calling for violence, that is crossing the line.
This is the foundation of liberal education. If you cannot understand that there is a difference between speech and violence, you don't understand anything that undergirds the liberal arts or liberal education.
I've been to art school for 8 years. I understand liberal arts extremely well. I am an artist.
But I went to art school, I shouldn't say this out loud, but I went to art school for longer than 8 years, and I can tell you I didn't learn anything about politics or the definition of fascism or anything really tangible, only the philosophy of Marxism in how art is used in power dynamics. So I'm not sure how this is relevant.
And
I don't think you do. I'm sure you've been to art school for 8 years, but you do not understand the liberal arts.
holding up a sign which says disrupting speech is fascism. You are
No, the sign says that one, disrupting speech.
Yeah.
But yes,
you understand?
Yes, these people who are yelling are disrupting my speech, and I agree, it's fascism.
There's a deep irony here because the hecklers in the audience are disrupting speech. So you kind of just cornered yourself with your own definition, which is a flawed definition. Just disrupting speech does not equal fascism. That could be a component, an aspect, a characteristic of fascism. It's a form of wrong behavior. So I have this new sponsor that I'm genuinely really excited about, Bearskin Tactical. Smart people are locking in their winter gear right now while it's on sale. Bearskin is running a 60% off deal right now, but only if you get your hoodie early, which is the hoodie I'm wearing right now. This hoodie is built like a tank. 340 GSM microfleece, 10 pockets with a clean, rugged fit that looks awesome. It zips right into the heavy storm rain jacket to become 100% waterproof when you need it. So when it turns cold, wet, and windy, you're not scrambling last minute. You'll get free U.S. shipping, fast delivery, and you've locked in your winter gear already. It's a win-win. Do yourself a favor, text the word Warren to 36912 to lock in your 60% off. Again, text Warren to 36912. You'll get a link sent straight to your phone so you can check it out later if you're busy right now. When you buy Bearskin, you are supporting the fallen outdoors and the Hope for the Warriors Veterans Program. So you're not just buying cool gear, but you're also backing a cause that's important. Don't wait till you're freezing to realize your hoodie sucks. Get a Bearskin now while it's 60% off. Text Warren to 36912.
The other day, I was at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Some protester attacked me with some weird chemical. That was an objective act of violence.
A few days earlier, Michael Knowles was giving a similar speech to a crowd of college students, and he goes off the rails very quickly.
Well, it's very difficult to use my platform when people use the heckler's veto to try to shut up any opinion that disagrees. I believe that gentleman just threw paint on me.
Guess what's going to happen next? They're going to start chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot," as though there's a real threat that the police might just draw down on them and start firing.
I don't know what the substance is. I'm fine. I don't know what this is. I think someone threw milk on me or something. I don't really know.
This is what I mean when I describe how the power of stories and people getting captured by a narrative. And the core law of narrative is that conflict drives story. The stories that are most compelling have the highest stakes. What could be more high stakes than feeling like an eternal victim that needs to shout, "Hands up, don't shoot"? This is really interesting because you have students trying to come back in like they haven't gotten enough. It's like zombies. The police just keep pushing them out, this herd.
That's what happens when you assault people, by the way, folks. That's what happens.
In this example, we have a clear, objective line that was crossed. This is not speech, this is action.
I got some sort of paint all over my speech.
So let's keep in mind those words that professor stated earlier.
Disrupting speech is fascism.
Disruption of speech is fascism. Well, according to your logic, who are the fascists in this scenario?
Fascists! Shame! 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 Shame!
Oh, these kids are really proving me wrong.
It just reminds me of that scene in Game of Thrones. It's like the people yelling shame are the bad guys. Socialism, communism, and fascism kind of tied together in this fantasy world. This false prophet wielding the masses for power. It's an interesting archetype.